Hey, what is going on, you guys? My name is Ian Walker, and I want to thank you so much for uh, coming to my channel here and watching a brand new video. I know it's been a while since I've been here. I've been doing a lot of work lately in regards to my artwork, developing Rising Legends, and all of that. So, with that being said, I wanted to go ahead and make a brand new Rising Legends tabletop RPG video as a quick start and show off the new quick start guide that you guys can actually go ahead and grab for yourself over at Drive Through RPG, which is available now. It is available for free, but if you want to donate a couple of bucks, that would be wonderful. But it is not mandatory. This is a playtest version or the quick start guide to the official book that I've got that I'm currently writing and developing, putting the final touches on. But again, this is a book that is fully playable right now as we speak. So, really quick, I want to just kind of get right into it before I started with rolling up a new character and doing a one shot, which is what we're going to create from the book here. Those of you who may have had gotten the book before in the last few videos, uh, I was using a quick start guide called Legends. That was more of the beta test version. This is the official quick start guide for now, as you can see, is called Rising Legends. That is going to be the name of the book, the Rising Legends tabletop role playing game. And as you can see here, I've got some new stuff here. I've got the table of contents here, let you know what the game is about, the introduction, getting started, how to create a character, how to play the game, combat mechanics, solo play, forging, synthesis, and item creation. So, in this little book, there's a lot packed in for solo play that you can easily take advantage of. And so I wanted to go ahead and go through a quick flip through of the book. And then what we're going to do, as I mentioned before, we're going to go ahead and do a roll up a brand new character. And that is what I'm going to be playing this character on the YouTube channel in a quick, like a small, not maybe not so much a one shot, but more of an adventure of some sort that I will be doing in the channel. So again, if you guys are interested in this book after you guys check out my live play here, um, please head over to Drive the RPG. That link will be in the description below on the here on this channel. I'm sorry if I'm stammering and stuttering. I'm just kind of doing this off the top because I want it to be natural. I like my videos to be more natural than scripted. So in the comments, if you find some things a little annoying, please bear with me. Um, so on the past few videos, you guys saw me playing online. Please let me know if that's something you want to see, or if you would rather see the the analog here that I've got the pencil and the paper and all of that with the dice. Okay. Um, but anyway, so going through the book here, all of the art that you see here, I created the art myself. It's going to be published in my studio, IDW Games and Obsidian Studios. So you got to getting started, let you know about the game's mechanics and some terminology in the game. Now, this is a game is designed to be played solo, okay, but it's a full experience that you'll be playing in a tabletop RPG, something like 5e, Pathfinder, Call of Cthulhu games of that nature, okay. But this system gives you that full range, but in a solo setting. So it's not a dungeon delve or anything like that. You will actually be playing an adventure, and as we go on through the campaign, I'll show you how you can come up with that, and most likely we'll do that here during the character creation part of this video here. Okay, so here we've got the species of Rising Legends. In the quick start guide, I've started very small. The species in the game are very wide ranging. Here we have the classic human, the elven, corruptions. Corruptions are my versions of goblin characters. The elven are my version of elves. You have the dwarves, the gnomi, which are my version of halfling. Tarragon are the dragonborn-esque type characters here in my game. And then a species that is exclusive to Rising Legends is a race called the Anthro-Tibrinian, and what that is a humanoid race of animal humanoid creatures, cat people, uh, cow people. I don't know if you guys are familiar with the uh, with like Zootopia or Elephant Men, the comic series from Image way back in the day. There's that world that's full of animals. So that's what is here and presented here. So there are certain types of Anthro-Tibrinian here: the behemoth type, amphibian type, reptilian type, avian type, rodent type, and feline types. Each of those have their own stats along with that. So depending what species you choose there. We'll go into crafting a character as well. And in this, instead of jobs or classes, they're called aptitudes. Now, Rising Legends is designed to be played to where you can legitimately craft your character from the bottom up. It's technically classless. However, there will be classes made available in the game if you find that you just want to jump in and just create a character based on what is here in the book. So here we have the warrior, the rogue. In the final version, actually, this is called a charlatan class. You have the tech mage, a doctor, a gunslinger, and then you have your character skills. And here you have your four major skills, and then you have your two secondary skills. You get to choose your attributes for your. You add your species attributes and then your aptitude skills, which are four aptitude skills and then one special ability, which you get at the start of the game to craft your character. Again, we'll go into that once we get into character creation in a moment. Playing the game, this game is a D20 game, and it is done. This game is played based on a pool of points and what's called a complexity score, and that ranges in in multiples of 3. So, for instance, a CS score, complexity score of 1, requires you to roll a d20 dice and roll a 3 or higher. A complexity score of 4 is going to require you to roll a 12 or higher on a d20 dice in order to make your rolls. Now, you could take pools of points from each of your major skills in order to improve your rolls in the game. Okay, so a very easy system, very quick to learn, and it's very focused on getting story moving and making sure the gameplay is constant. When it comes to weapons, there is a hyper attack system. When you kill a certain amount of enemies, your weapon then earns the ability to gain what's called a hyper attack. It has an example here, which goes into discussion there. You have status effects and conditions. In the world of Rising Legends, there is no such thing as magic. Okay, everything in the world is created and is run by what are called creative nanites. And so everything in that world is built and made out of those things, and these can be manipulated. So what that creates in this world are, instead of spells and magic, they are called nano manipulations. So anytime in the game you decide to get a special ability, which is a manipulation, you are manipulating the nanites in the world and in nature in order to uh, perform your special abilities. Two ways to play as far as leveling up is concerned. You have your milestones, and you'll hit a certain milestones based on what level you are. So when you hit a milestone in the game, when you're level 1, you need to hit one milestone to level up. When you hit level 2, you need to hit 2 milestones to level up, so on and so forth. And there is a rules on how you will level your character up every even level, every level, and every odd level. Combat mechanics are discussed here as well. I've even created a mounted combat and chase scenes here. So that is defined here in this area of the book. Combat is also discussed here as well. And for the mounted chase obstacles, there's a table that you'll follow. You'll need to take a D100, the D100 dice here, and make those rolls every couple of rounds in order to decide what happens there in that chase. Solo play mechanics, which is what we'll be doing here in this video. It tells you what that is about, how your D100 or your exploration dice. Again, instead of just jamming on about it here, what I'm going to do is in the later videos, I will be explaining that as we go along and as we play this new character that I'm going to be rolling up here in the zero session here. Okay, the solo play oracle here is here actually on the next page. Now I know some people are used to the Mythic emulator, which is something that a lot of people use in solo play. In Rising Legends, I created a solo roleplay question oracle, which rides on 5 responses: definitely, most likely, possibly, unlikely, and not likely. And then you have the yes, maybe, and no. So when you're playing the game, you will figure out and decide whether or not something in the situation will fall into one of these categories, whether it's a definitely, whether it's most likely, whether it's a possibly, unlikely, or not likely. And then you will roll the dice and hit these numbers or above. Okay? And hitting those numbers and rolling those numbers with the D100, which are your exploration dice, will decide if you make it or not. With the Rising Legends Solo Roleplay Adventure Generator, this is what we're going to use to create our adventure. And again, I'll go into that in a moment. But each box here has 12 items here, 12 subjects. So you have 12 in emotion, 12 in an object or a thing, 12 events here, or 12 actions. And so what you'll do is you'll roll a 1d12 in each one of these, combine them together, and figure out what story or adventure you're going to be running there. If you're in a solo, if you're exploring something and you're in, say for instance, you're in a dungeon crawl, you have here the questions for solo exploration. So this is an example of some questions here. If you're wondering what kind of cave it is, you roll a 1d4. If you're answering if the door is locked, you'll roll your percentage dice, what kind of lock, and you roll the dice accordingly, and all of that. In Rising Legends as well, you have what's called sidekicks that you earn, and you're usually at your second level, and you will earn a sidekick there that will assist you on your journey to help you along in the adventure. So again, as we go through the adventure here throughout these next couple YouTube videos, you guys will be able to see how that works if we end up getting that far. There's another mode of solo play that is new and introduced here in Rising Legends. It's called exploration mode. And exploration mode is a very difficult version of playing this tabletop RPG. And again, this is something that is way more advanced. It allows you to build your character from the ground up. So if you really want a very story driven deal, you could take as long as you want. You could literally just play with story. You can totally do that with this. And the only thing you roll in this game are your major skills and your secondary skills and your species attributes. Okay? You don't roll anything else. And the reason why is because your character, as it goes throughout the game, is going to be making decisions that will chart its path in order to learn certain abilities that you're wanting to do. Okay? So that's for like a more hardcore person that's wanting to play that type of deal, more of like a Final Fantasy type of feel, which is something that I'm a huge fan of. So that's something that's very that I'm very proud of, and I really hope there's some people that will take advantage of that. Forging, synthesis, and item creation is another mechanic that I've input into the game as well. You can forge items. You can roll for them. Once you forge for those items, you find a crafting station or a shop that allows you to craft items, and you can roll on those items in order to create your item. The more you create the item, the better you get at creating it, to the point to where you'll no longer need to roll it. You'll just be able to create that item whenever, with provided you have the materials to do so, and your complexity score is going to be very easy to make that item. Then back here I have an example of play, exploration, combat, examples of play. And then here is a sample of the character sheet there. Okay. And also in the back, I have a one page adventure here, the domicile of Abbot Lenomer, which is a one page dungeon that I created here that either you can use the one page dungeon here, or again, go back to the roleplay adventure generator and use this in order to create your adventure. Okay. So that's a quick run through of Rising Legends. And so again, it's very simple. There's a lot packed into this book, a lot of information, and it's very straightforward. There's not a lot of fluff in this book whatsoever, and I plan on making the same thing when it comes to the actual book. The book is going to get straight to the point. There's not going to be a lot of history stuff. It's going to be a core rule book. With Rising Legends is a setting agnostic role playing game. So you can use these rules in anything that you wish, whether you create something off the top of your head. You can actually port this to use something in, pop culture, whatever the case may be. All right. And in the actual book later on, there's actually a formula to convert NPCs, to convert monsters and beasts and all of that from 5e or Pathfinder into Rising Legends to play along with that here. Okay, so there's going to be a lot of things made available to that. So again, if you guys want to check this out, if you guys are sold right now at this point, again, check out the description below and hit the link to head over to the Drive-Thru RPG and pick up this quick start guide. Again, it's free for everybody, but if you'd like to donate, I'd appreciate it. So what we're going to do now, I'm going to put this aside. I'm going to use the book along here. We're going to go to the character creation part of the book here. And we're going to roll up a brand new character. And this character is going to be used in the series that I'm creating for this. So what we're going to do is we're going to roll up a character, and then we're going to use the solo adventure generator to create what story we're going to be running and telling. All right. So first off, we're going to come up with a name. Now, of course, I'm probably, people are like, oh, you come up with a name generator or something like that. You know, that's a possibility we could do. But you know what? I have a name that I think I want to use. Give me a second, because the name's not coming to me right now. But this is a character I made before, and I'm going to go ahead and use that same character's name here for the game. So my name, of course, is Ian. So I'm going to write the character Ian Walker. Again, please write out your characters in pencil, guys. You don't want to get stuck and not be able to, erase nothing. You heard? All right, so the species of this guy, we're going to stay generic. He's going to be a human. Okay. He's about 6'2". And the character's name here is going to be Arwell Harkness. Arwell Harkness he will be a charlatan or rogue. Okay, that is going to be his aptitude. Oopsie. He's going to be 32 years old. And we're going to make him 210 pounds. Okay. All right. So when it comes to creating your, so I'm going to make the time now. I'm going to set a timer actually, just so that, and the reason why I want to do that is I want to show you guys how easy and quick it is to make a character. So I'll stop the timer when I am done creating the character here. All right. So we know he's human. Okay. So with the species attributes, we're going to go straight there. So in the book here, we have human. So we know he has the ability of charm +1. Now this is an attribute or based on the skill ability of talent. So every time you roll an ability or an attribute, is going to be based on one of the 4 major skills here in this game. So he has a +1 to willpower, which is a durability skill, and then +1 prowess, and that is a skill in physicality. I don't like this pencil. I'm going to get a different pencil. It looks too fuzzy. I don't even know if you guys can read that on the screen. All right. All right. So we know that's what we're going to go do here. We're going to head over to the rogue part as well and write all of this down. Okay. Oopsie. And we're going to character skills, abilities, aptitude skills. Here we go. So rogue, or charlatan, as he will soon be called. So the special skills we have is acrobatics. That is, of course, physicality. Some of these skills are going to be common sense. He has escape artist. Now, this one's cog or cognition, talent, or physicality, which means you can roll and use any of these from the pool, any of the points from those 3 pool in order to make that roll. So it's good to have abilities that allow you to use multiple pools if you need to, and you could pull from any of those to make your points there. Of course, we have stealth. That is physicality, talent, sleight of hand, is also talent. And then a special ability is poison resistance. Poison resistance is -5. So anytime Arwell takes any kind of poison damage, he automatically takes 5 away from the damage here. Okay? Okay. So when it comes to rolling up your character and its major skills, what you can do is either you can use a pool of points, okay, or you can roll some dice in order to make it more. Um, what is my problem? The blah, blah, blah. Or you can roll the dice in order to make your major skills. Okay, so in the character skill section here, you'll roll a 1d10 4 times. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and write that here instead because I don't want to use the set points here. The set points, if you do use them, is 6, 7, 8, and 10, and you can assign those numbers to any one of the deals here, okay, into the major skills, okay. Otherwise, you can roll the dice. So I'm gonna do that here. So right here, I have a 6, Just write that on the side here. Roll it again. We have 5. Another 5. And come on, I want to at least get one good score. Nope, 4. All right, so 4. So when you're making your character, you're going to want to see if you know what aptitude you're going to have and that you're going for. You want to look at your aptitude skills and see which one is going to be where you want to place those points. So physicality and talent are the 2 skills that are used the most. So I'm going to put 6 in the physicality start, and then I'm going to put 5 in the talent here. I'll do 5 in cognition and 5 in and 4 in durability. So 5 and 4 in durability. Now, when you place those in, you get 6 additional points. Okay, that you can 6 additional points that you could divvy up between these to come up with your final scores. Now, no score in here can be more than 10 to start. Okay, so I want to add, so divvying up 10 points here, I want to add some more points in durability because I do want him to be a little bit more buff. So I'm going to add an additional 3 points here, which will make his score 7. Okay. And then I'm going to add a point in cognition, which will bring his score to 6. And a point in talent, which will bring his score from 5 to 6. Okay. All right. Looks good. Looks good so far, right? Right now we're at 6 minutes and 56 seconds. Okay. So at level 1, the move of a character is going to be 2 and 2. So that means the first round is 2. The second move is 2 actions. Or 2 actions here. I'm sorry. I wrote that in the wrong place. The move is 5 hexes. Or 30 feet. So 5 hex or 30 feet. Okay. So now what we're going to do is now we're going to create our endeavor, find out what that is. We're going to find out our special effects. Special effects is always 1. And special effects is a super ability that you'll be able to do that doesn't require you to roll. It's that clutch moment in a game that you'll use, and that is only available 1 time per level. So you want to save that special moment because once you use it, you don't get it back until you level up. Okay? So as far as movement, like I said, we get the 5 hexes or 30 feet. Let's see here. So, in order to calculate your health, or which is your hit points, your hit point health is determined by calculating your durability here, which is 7, your current level times hit your durability plus your current level, which is 1, which then turn to 8 times 2. So 8 times 2 is 16. So starting hit points for Arwell is going to be 16 hit points. Okay. Your special effects, again, are already done here. And then to calculate your endeavor is calculated by adding the total of your major skills. Okay. And then dividing that by 4. All right. So we're gonna do that real quick. My phone is on here, so I don't have that. So 3 times 6 is 18 plus 7, 25. Okay, so 25 divided by 4 Come on, calculator. So 25 divided by 4. So 6.25, so that's going to be 6. So the endeavor is going to be 6. Now, whenever you are playing the game and you are using pools of points, what you're going to do is you're going to use tally marks in this open space. You have a max of 7 to use. You have 7 points in your pool, in your durability pool, 6 points in the cognition pool, 6 points in the physicality pool, and 6 points in the talent pool. Okay? And then in the endeavor pool, you have 6 points. And then your special effect is 1. And you'll track that in these open areas here on your character sheet. Weapons and armor. You can go through and create weapons and armor for your character here. So as far as weapons and armor for my character, we're going to see here. Let's see. General. So let me see. What do I want here? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give him light armor. I'm going to give him crossbow, which is 1d6. The light armor gives +2. And what that is, that +2 will be subtracted from the damage taken. It's very simple. So whatever damage there is, you subtract it from you subtract that damage or the armor amount from the damage, which helps that. Okay. And then a rogue pack, which has various items. You're going to have rope and all of that stuff there. Okay. So there that is. And right there, it's that simple. We just rolled up the character. I'm going to stop the clock here. 12 minutes and 15 seconds to roll to create a full character here in Rising Legends. Okay? That's it. That's it, man. That's all there is to it. Very easy. Again, it's important to recognize again with all of your skills, they have the major skill that's attributed to it. So that means if I'm rolling for acrobatics, that means I can only pull points from it's a physicality skill. So I can pull points from the physicality area only in order to make this roll. So say it's a complexity score of 6 or a complexity score of 4, which means it's a 12. I have to roll the d20 and roll a 12. Okay, I failed that roll. That's a 6 on here, right? But say I want to better my chances, what I could do is I could say, hey, I want to take some points from physicality and I want to make that, I want to take 2 points from there. I'll tally that. And then I will now only need to roll instead of a 12, I need to make a 10. If I want to better my chances, I can say, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and take a point from Endeavor as well. Okay. So I've used 1 point of Endeavor, which now makes my Endeavor 5. And see, so now this 9 actually makes it so that I actually made the roll. Instead of 9, it's 10. That simple. Okay. That simple, pample. All right. And then your damage is rolled in the same way. You just roll according to how much damage your weapon or item does in the game. All right. So last thing we're going to do, and I'm going to put this adventure here in the game note section for solo play. And after that, we'll call this good for the new session 0. And what we're going to do is we're going to go over here to create the role-playing adventure generator. Okay. So in this part here, what you do is you're going to roll a d12 4 times, and you're going to create an adventure. So the first one in the first box, I got anger. So anger, I'll write that down here. Roll that again. So for thing, we have 8. So 6, 7, 8. So shop. All right, now action is 12. So betray. Betray. And then finally, event is 6. So festival. So anger, shop, betray, and festival. Okay. So we have an emotion, we have a certain thing, a betray, and a festival. So what we can do here with this specific deal is we could say that there is a shop owner who had an apprentice or someone he thought was an apprentice that he hired. Okay. And he had a special item in the store that he was going to debut at a festival that is going to be happening in the local town. And what this apprentice did was he stole the schematics for it, and he stole the schematics, and the plan is for this person was going to steal the schematics and build it himself and debut it as if it's his own and make a ton of money off it at the festival. Okay, so there's the hook, there's the story. So since Arwell Harkness is a master thief, he provides his services to people that need his services in order to retrieve or steal information, certain items, or things of that nature. All right. And so a shop owner is hiring Arwell Harkness to retrieve schematics and blueprints from a former apprentice whose plan was to create the item, sell it at the festival, and make money off of it, thus screwing over the original shop owner. Okay, so we could write that in the notes here. So shop owner's retrieval, and I'll probably have a better name for the next video of rare schematic. Okay, there it is. There it is. So that's it, people. is that easy peasy, lemon squeezy? That took about 12 minutes to create a character. Um, it took no time. I went ahead and went over this again. If you guys want to continue watching the rest of the series, I'm going to be playing Arwell Harkness uh, continually throughout this new series and this adventure. And so I'd love for you guys to follow along. And if you guys think this is something you guys might be interested in, hit up the link in the description over at the Drive Through RPG to get your hands on the Quick Start Guide and use the video here in order to guide you through the creation process of creating your character and all of that. And if you have any questions, please be sure to leave a comment below here on the video. I'll be more than happy to answer any questions you have. Also, if you're following me over on Instagram, you'll follow me at idwalkergames-x, and you can also get some information there and shoot me a DM as well. So thank you guys so much for watching the show tonight, or watching this video tonight. And if you like what you see, please like, comment, subscribe, tell other people about it. And this is for the solo players. So any of you guys here over on Reddit or anything like that, please leave me your feedback, what you think so far, and where we're going to go. And again, let me know if you guys want to see me continue doing it analog like this, or if you guys want to see me do it, do some stuff online as well on the computer, as it is capable of doing that. But just let me know what you guys think. Okay. So thank you guys so much, and I will catch you guys next time. Deuces.